welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton, and today we're going to talk about a great opportunity for kids. It's the 4-H Summer Camp. My guest is Karen Baker, and Karen, you're in charge of not just 4-H, but the whole Cooperative Extension Office in Hampton. So this is just a small part of what you do, right?
Well, yeah, sort of, but kids, you know, it's a lot when it comes to kids and doing programming for kids. I am the 4-H agent, and I do have 2 4-H program associates that also do programming on the military bases, after-school programming, and different youth development organizations. So it's a lot.
Now, some of us, maybe I'm the only one, but I think of 4-H as this rural program where, you know, you raise an animal and all that kind of stuff. It's very different in today's world, right?
Well, it's different in the actual urban cities. In the cities, usually we're focused on leadership, citizenship, civic engagement, as well as a lot of STEM. So basically, you know, 4-H in the city is a lot more different than just doing pigs and things. But we do a little rural activities where we will actually go over to different localities and counties and partner with them to do some different projects so the kids in the city can actually learn about animals and how to take care of them and vegetable gardening. We have an excellent opportunity this summer. I'm taking 12 youth on a 4-H Virginia ag tour all across the state of Virginia, and it's a total free program. It's a grant program, and I have the 12 kids. They had to submit essays, and they were selected, and so we'll start here in Hampton, and then we'll go all the way over to Suffolk, and then we'll go all the way back down to Virginia Tech, come back through all of the Piedmont region, and then end up back in Richmond.
So what are they going to learn and see on this tour? This sounds kind of cool.
Well, this tour, they're going to going over to the cotton gin. They'll be going to the cotton gin, so they're going to learn about how cotton is picked and how they actually bale the cotton. They also are going to be learning about different animals. They're going to an alpaca farm and a llama farm. They're going to they learn about tobacco already in the state of Virginia. But a lot of them have not actually seen an actual harvesting of the tobacco. So they'll be seeing that, learning about berries, of course, apples in the Shenandoah. And so they'll be learning about fruits, vegetables, and a lot of animals.
So 2 things you're saying here that are underneath all this. And one is it is an exposure for today's kids, and today's not just kids, even adults who don't have a real connection with what they eat, what they wear, where things come from.
Exactly.
But the other one is you have echoed about 10 Virginia standards of learning here.
Exactly.
And so you're sneaking that in as well, aren't you?
Yes, because 4-H is learn by doing, but 4-H is fun. It's not the actual formal education. It is the actual informal education where kids, they're learning and it's fun and they don't realize that they're actually learning. So I think I just told a secret. If parents don't tell them. But it's fun. 4-H is a lot of fun. So when we're talking about 4-H Junior Camp, which is July the 18th through the 22nd, spaces are limited. I will tell you, we only have, I think, 2 male slots left for boys and 10 girl slots left. So they're going very fast. And 4-H Junior Camp is another exciting opportunity for youth to be exposed to outdoor adventure and residential camping.
Now, what age is this for?
This is ages 9 to 13. However, there is a 4-H calendar year that runs from October the 1st of 2015 through September the 30th of 2016. So if the youth is 8 years old, they can go to camp if they fall in that calendar year. And if they are 14 years old, they can also go to camp. So we take about 180 kids, and we camp with 2 other units, which they are comprised of 2 localities for each unit. One is Richmond County and Westmoreland. That's one agent that runs those 2 counties. And then also we have Northumberland and Lancaster. So they actually going to camp with a lot of diverse kids. There's not just city kids, it's rural kids and city kids.
Them up.
Yes, they have an opportunity to learn from one another.
Exactly, which is, I think, really helpful. It's diversity. It's a different kind of diversity than you might think of at first, but when you're learning from people who live a different lifestyle in a different kind of place, it's great.
And it also speaks to the fact that kids, they're very open. So they can actually have that dialogue and that conversation about, hey, I live in the city. Hey, I live in the rural area. What do you do? What do I do? And we do foster that during the time when they're in the cabins and in the lodges. We have opportunity for the youth, and we actually mix them up so much because we don't want all of Hampton kids in one lodge.
Because they all stay together and talk to each other and not have that broad experience.
So it's intentional. And during the day, they have 4 classes. They have classes in the morning, and they have.
Let's not call them classes. That sounds too serious.
Well, yeah, I guess the kids.
Experiences,
They have
workshops.
we can call them that. Let's say experiences. That's a good thing. They have 4 experiences. They have 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, and it's a variety of things. We have this year. They can actually learn how to play a guitar this year. They do archery, kayaking,
Oh, I loved
canoeing,
archery.
air
That was like
rifle.
sports that I was good at, which is, hard for me.
That's hard. Archery is hard, though. Archery is hard, and the kids, they have the opportunity to actually master these skills because we do them developmental, and that means that we start on Tuesday, and they actually work up to mastering these skills by Thursday. So they're in those
Wow.
those experiences for at least 50 minutes, and they actually have it for 3 days. So they get an opportunity to have 4 experiences for 3 days for 1-hour sessions. So they are actually able to master things. And this year our theme is 4-H cinema. So, of course, the kids are going to like that lights, camera, action. So we have a nutrition class that's going to be on movie snacks. So they don't even know that it's going to be nutritious, but you do now, right? But it's movie snacks. And so
We're talking to the parents.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
so
that.
healthy movie snacks.
I don't think that's possible at a
Well,
movie
actually,
theater.
if you go to Paragon now, the different theaters, I am just shocked about the options that they have on their menus.
That's great.
So we're going to talk about, and they're actually going to actually make different things, and they're going to actually begin to cook and dice and cut and learn how to use proper utensils and how to keep hot foods cold and cold foods cold. So what we're also going to do is have them. We used to have them select their classes before camp. What's new this year is we have an awesome new director up at the 4-H Jamestown Center, and she's actually having them select them when they get to camp.
That's kind of cool because they get to maybe meet the instructor or hear a little more about it rather than doing it, remotely and picking that safe choice.
Yes, and then you have a lot of times where it used to be it's first come, first serve whenever you turned in your class form. Well, this year is more opportunities because you have 4 experiences, and all of these classes are offered during all of those 4 experiences. And so the kids who are not able to get into fishing in those 2 mornings, it's only offered in the morning. Now it's offered in the morning and it's offered in the afternoon. So that's it.
So they've taken which ones are the most popular too, and
have them
kind of
offered
worked around that.
all 4 experiences. So it's very exciting. It's residential camping. So they are there from Monday through Friday, and they have the opportunity to have campfires, to swim 3 or 4 times a day. And they also, they have meals, balanced meals, and that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they have snacks during the day. So it's an excellent opportunity for youth.
It is, I think, just such a great thing that first time a kid goes away to summer camp. I did it, in grade school back in Ohio, and it's wonderful. I recall those experiences now. It's a great thing for families that can do that. So if people want to learn more, if they want to register, and you might as well tell us how much it costs.
Well, the early bird cost has already passed, so it is $255. It was $235. But if you have someone who said that they watched this show, I will keep it at $235 for them.
Aren't you wonderful?
I will if they said they watched it.
That's really reasonable for the overnight
week.
experience. That's a really, affordable. I know not everybody can still do it, but it is a good price for what they're getting.
And if they, and early on, I do have scholarships. They've all been exhausted now, but now is the time to think about next year. Hey, if I do need help and need a scholarship, I need to contact Ms. Baker very early on in the year.
All right, so
ask.
we'll re-air this early next year. You tell me when, so we can give our viewers a chance at getting in there early and signing up for that scholarship experience. So.
And remember, your viewers will get a discount and get the early bird charge of $235.
You're great, Karen. This is wonderful. Okay, before we close, is there anything else you want to add about the 4-H summer experience?
What I would say is we do have something that's going to come up towards the end of the summer. I'm going to be doing a STEM Academy. So it's going to be and of course, most of all the programs we offer by way of in the city are free programs. So I will be doing a STEM Academy, and information will be coming out, and hopefully I'll be able to come back on and talk to you about the STEM Academy. Academy is going to be in the early part of the fall, right in September, and the kids will be able to participate in the STEM Academy.
That sounds great, especially, as we know, we are really emphasizing girls and minorities who haven't traditionally chosen those careers, who maybe have been discouraged from looking at those careers, and reminding them that it's open. It's wide open. There's so much that they can do if they want to do it.
Exactly.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I hope if you know a young person, you will think about summer 4-H experience or keep 4-H in mind. You might think that it's a different group, and it is a different group now in the modern age in the urban areas, and there's so much that kids can experience. Thanks for watching.